Hi, I'm Samuel Bass. I am lead designer at Victory Games working on Command & Conquer. Command & Conquer, the game, as opposed to the franchise, is a slightly different take on real-time strategy. We are at one level getting back to the roots, exploring the heritage of CNC. This is, to a certain degree, the CNC that you remember. It's got base building, harvesting, building your army, rolling out and kicking ass, all the things that if you say Command & Conquer to someone, they remember. But at the same time, it's both a free-to-play game and a live service. So the idea is, anyone can download this game, they can play it. We're not a pay-to-win game, so it's not about give us money and then you can dominate anyone. It's more about paying for customization and convenience. So Command & Conquer is more of a platform, a destination for people who love CNC RTS games that we're going to sort of grow and explore with our fans, really listening to our users, following metrics, taking their feedback, and adding to the game on a regular basis to make it the game that they want. So, on one level, we're going to launch with a very good game with what we like to think of as a AAA RTS. It's the same game you'd get if you'd bought a $60 box copy if we put it out like that. But from month to month, it will get better and better and better as we add more content, as we track our game balance and see, oh, here's an exploitable strategy, here's the thing that doesn't work quite right, let's do it better. And we plan to have this sort of direct connection with our consumers where every time someone's like, this is broken, or we'd like to see this mode, or why don't we have this way to play, we can add that. I mean, right now we have 4 game modes planned for launch, but we have at least 6 or 7 more currently being prototyped. We want to have as much breadth of content as possible. So, if you're the classic hardcore 1v1 RTS player, you're a tournament player, you want that, we have that. But that doesn't work for everybody. There are a lot of players who find that a little bit intimidating. You go online, you get your ass kicked a couple times, and you don't want to do it anymore. So we want to provide you with a couple different other ways to play, either cooperative, in teams, or even solo content. We want to give you a lot of different stuff to play based on the kind of gamer you are. And that philosophy follows through into both our factions, which we've designed to accommodate different kinds of players. We have a Horde faction, the Asia-Pacific Alliance. We have a classic RTS faction, as we like to think of them, the European Union. And then we have a finesse faction, one that really calls on your micro skill as a player, and that's the GLA, which you may remember from the First Generals, with the European Union being sort of an analog to the US from the First Generals and the APA being an analog to China. And beyond that, we also have generals. And the idea of a general is you take one of our core factions like EU and you go, how could we theme this? So fire or nuclear weapons or Air Force, whatever interests you. So we create the Air Force general version of the EU, where we rearrange the tech tree, we add units, abilities, powers, remove some other things, and make it a more specific style of play. So you, as the gamer, go, I really like EU, but I'm not really into their air units. I'm gonna go for the EU tank general. And again, you're playing it your way. You're not in a tight funnel that we control. We want to give you a wide breadth of options. So Frostbite 2 is sort of the core building block of the new Command & Conquer of this platform. And Frostbite 2, it's really exciting. We're really, really happy to have this technology that allows us to bring a pretty much unparalleled level of detail and immersion to the RTS sphere. We're above and beyond anything RTS gamers have seen before. It's stunning. I mean, a level of detail is such that sometimes it makes me a little sad that you have to play from the RTS perspective, where you're a little bit far out. So when you're playing the game, zoom in. There's all kinds of cool detailed stuff in there. But beyond just pure visuals, what Frostbite also allows us to use is the dynamic physics-based destruction, which, if you've played Battlefield 3, stuff blows up real good in Frostbite. And so our idea here is we want to leverage that not just to add visceral impact to the combat, but also to allow you as the player to sort of modify the battlefield. You can blow up pretty much anything that isn't terrain. And you could probably do terrain if we wanted to, but we're avoiding that for now. But you can basically, each battle will go differently. So each case, there will be different routes through the map, different areas that you may have chosen strategically to blow up, and you have a lot of control over the flow of the game because of that. So it doesn't just look better, it plays better too.